throw it on a pile of clothes, I can throw it on top of a bin, and I won't find it for the next 15 minutes. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I am a multi-passionate freelancer. What does that mean, you ask? I am a member of the country music media by day, reseller, creative, and grandma hobby enthusiast by night. And here on this channel, I show you a little bit of everything. So today we are in the reselling world. I'm having myself a nice, productive day at home in my comfy clothes. These days where I get to stay in and knock a bunch of stuff out are very few and far between these days because I'm usually running here, there, and everywhere. But today I am working in my reseller room. I moved into this house in December and I have not given this space the love it needs. So I did some organizing, organized some inventory, and now I'm going to get ready to photograph some items. And I thought, why not show you guys what my photography process is for my reselling business? Now I'll preface this by saying, one, please bear with me with the light in this room. I've got my light box back here, as you can see, with the lights on. I've got two big windows here. So as I move the camera around the room, hopefully the lighting isn't too terrible. We're gonna work on it. But second, please know that so many resellers do photos in so many different ways. There is no right way. You really have to figure out what system works best for you. And this is the system that I have settled on that works best for me and my brain and the way I find it to be most efficient in getting my photographing done. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, my first big supply is my photo booth. Now this is a full-size photo booth. You can get these on Amazon, but I highly recommend if you want one of these, make sure you're checking your Facebook Marketplace in your local area first. That's where I got mine. I think I paid maybe $35 for this because somebody was just getting rid of it. You do not need one of these photo booths to take high quality photos. I need to give that disclaimer because I have taken photos on my couch. I have taken them on the floor. I have taken pictures on a blank wall, on a door. As long as you have good lighting, that will work. But if you want a photo booth, these are available and they can be really good tools to just help your process along. Here's where the lighting probably won't cooperate. That's okay. This right here inside my booth is a flat lay board that my incredible dad built for me. I am so grateful. But all it is two pieces of wood. He actually added hinges here in the middle so that if I don't want to use the flat lay board, I can take it out, fold it in half, and store it away behind my booth or out of the way. And then on top, I just added a really cheap felt fleece blanket. I actually got this from Walmart because the texture of the blanket helps to hold the clothing in place, especially if it's something kind of silky. But the blanket just gives the board some grip if you want to just do a pure flat lay. Another supply that is not necessary, but I have found helps my photography process is a crossbody phone strap. I have raging ADHD and I often put my phone down and I do not remember where I put it. Specifically when I'm walking around this reseller room, I can throw it on a pile of clothes, I can throw it on top of a bin, and I won't find it for the next 15 minutes. So this ensures that my phone doesn't go too far. I can either just like put it on my shoulder like this, or if I want to wear it crossbody and I'm knocking out a bunch of photos at a time, it's always right here on my hip. You can get these at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, Five Below. I've seen them there too. So if you're somebody like me that likes to put their phone down and walk away, this might be a good tool for you to have. All right, March Madness is about to start. Spring is upon us. So I figured today we will list this beautiful Duke tank top that still has the tags on it. I have one for myself, but this one is a medium and I got an extra large. So we're gonna go ahead and list this one. So I will show you how I photograph this and get it ready for listing. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is put it on the hanger, and hopefully you can see this pretty well, but I'm just going to hook that at the top of the flat lay board. And I'm going to make sure that the item is laid out as flat as I possibly can get it. If something is new with tags, I do like to have the tag showing in the shot. And so there you go, there's my flat lay. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my photos. First up, I take a picture of the front. I take a picture of the size tag. I take a picture of the actual tag, specifically if there's a brand. So this one's Nike, it's officially licensed. And then while this is flat laid on the front, I use another tool that really helps me with my efficiency, and it's called Smart Sizer. Now this is not sponsored whatsoever. If they would like to sponsor me, I would take it. But I've been using this app for about 6 months now in my reselling business, and I absolutely love it. I was getting so bogged down with taking the measurements and trying to hold a ruler and take the picture and all of the things, this app, that's what the logo looks like. It takes a photo of your item and superimposes the measurements right onto the photo. Now, I will say this is an AI software, so if you're using this, make sure, at least for the first month or so, that you are double checking your measurements. I had to do that just to make sure I wasn't telling people incorrect measurements, and knock on wood, I haven't had any issues yet. It's been very, very reliable for me. But I just want to say, if you want to try it, make sure you're double checking just to do your due diligence and make sure you're not misleading people. So it's very easy to use. All you're going to do is you're going to go down here where it says size clothes. You're going to hit that button and it's going to bring up a camera. And then once the app is open, you're going to put the dot right in the center of the piece and you're going to take the photo and it'll work, and then it will bring up the measurements right on the screen. Now, what I like to do is take the dots specifically on the pit to pit, and I like to adjust them to make sure they are right on each pit to pit spot to make sure we're getting the most accurate measurement. And yeah, I'm happy with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is hit save to camera roll. That saves it down for me. And I'm going to hit save to closet just so that I have a record that I took a picture of that one. Now, once I have the measurements done, I like to do that, because it's already flat laid on the front before I turn it over to the back. And also, when I take all my photos in a row, when I save it to camera roll, that's going to put that measurement photo right in the group with all the other photos of this particular item. So that helps with efficiency when I'm going to list this item in particular. And also, before I flip it to the back, I like to make sure that not only am I getting the size tag, but I'm getting the material tag and the washing instructions if that tag exists. A lot of times, if it isn't up here, it is on the side of the garment. So like it is in this case, so I'm gonna make sure I take a photo of that as well. Okay, and now that we've got that done, I'm going to flip it over to the back and do the same thing. Lay it flat, take my photo of the back. We're all done with our photos. Now I come over to my shipping station and I'm gonna go ahead and just fold up this item. And I'm gonna grab a poly bag for it to go into. So this is poly bag number 1. This poly bag is going to be the same poly bag it's shipped inside. Also, I keep this little trash bin right here on my tabletop because as I'm pulling off these little pieces from the poly bag, I don't want to go across the room and throw them away in the trash can every single time. So I like to just keep that there, and I can just throw things there and throw it all away later. I go ahead and I seal up this bag. Now, this bag is going to be the same poly bag that it ships inside. Let me break down my poly bag usage for you because I don't want it to get confusing. So once the item's brought over to my shipping station, I put it in this simple poly bag. This poly bag is going to be the same bag that it's shipped inside, but I will put this inside a shipping poly bag. Why do I do that? Because if something happens to this poly bag in transit, I can be assured that the item is more protected. If I was just to stick this tank top in this bag and this bag were to rip in transit to the customer, they may get a stained, ripped tank top, and we don't want that. So we want to try to protect the items as much as possible, and this is the way that I found to do it. Now, I'm obviously not storing this item in inventory in this bag. So what I do is I take another poly bag. Most of these have zippers on the top. This one is super big. I don't have any more of my smaller ones. I have to reorder. This is what I do. So I take the bag, I put it in the storage poly bag, I put a SKU number on it, and I'm gonna weigh it. These are the SKU number stickers that I use. I will actually put a link to all of my supplies in the description. I have an Amazon storefront where I have all of my reselling business tools. It's just an easy way for me to put it all in one place if anybody asks me like, hey, where do I get what you used for that? It's all in one place. I do get a small commission. Anybody buys anything from that link, but it's all there if you need it. These SKU numbers, I used to handwrite SKUs, and again, trying to be more efficient, it took longer. I even used label makers for a short period of time. That really took some time. So I ended up ordering these stickers that I can just peel off and put right on the bag. But I'll show you how I reuse these. So this is going to be item 1120. So I'm going to take the 1120, I'm going to put it on this bag, and then I'm going to weigh the item. Once I have the bag on the scale with the SKU number and the weight, I can then take a photo of the item, the SKU number, and the weight all at once, because all of that has to go in the listing, and having one photo with all that information on it, again, helps with efficiency. And now we can put this right into our inventory box, which is right here. It just goes right into the box and we wait for it to sell. Now I told you I was gonna tell you how I reuse these SKUs. So say the tank top sells. What I'm gonna do is come to this bag, pull this out. I set this bag aside, and now I can reuse this inventory bag. I can put another item in here, and that way I can reuse my SKU numbers, and it just, it saves plastic and it saves time. I have a pile right here of poly bags with SKU numbers that I can reuse of stuff that has sold recently. But once this box is full, I'm gonna go through and refill these bags and put them into these boxes. And this is a small area, so it helps me save space and consolidating all of my inventory. And there you have it. That's my photography process from start to finish. So let me ask you, how do you photograph in your business? Or do you have questions about this process or anything in reselling? Let me know in the comments. And since this channel is still kind of new, I'm relaunching and all the things, please let me know if there's any specific content you would like to see on this channel. I'm still in the process of trying to crowdsource and make content that would be valuable for all of you. As I always say, till next time, do small things with great love, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.